This is one of my main, hopefully my last take. So I'll just show them to you now while they're running, and I'll explain why you're having issues. So the manual doesn't even tell you. It just says put a drop of water and put a drop of soap and water, turn it on, let it go. It's not going to work. So when you mix it with water, fill it till yay high, and put only 2 drops, small drops of dish soap. I'm going to experiment and start with 1 next time, but 2 seems to work for me. You have to keep in mind that when you squirt from your dish soap bottle, they don't make like a nice little drop. They make a kind of more like a gloopy little squirt. So just do it very, very gently, the squirt, and then very, very quickly. It's very, 2 little drop squirts, okay? So before you even put them in, really, really, really shake, really, really stir. Before you even put these guys in, stir for at least 2 minutes. And I'm assuming the camera's picking up. That's a good viscosity. Could it be better? Could be worse? I don't know. But this is a pretty damn good viscosity. So notice it's a little bit hazed, a little bit cloudy with the soap, but not too hazed and cloudy. So if your guys aren't dancing, it's because you have not enough soap or you haven't stirred enough. So what I do is I use a pen, plastic, cheap pen, dip it in that way, because then, maybe I can still use a pen someday. Get it down, and if they're not dancing while they're in there, start stirring in a circular motion. Get it as down as far as you can, and just hum a song or a poem in your head, because you're going to be a good minute or 2, but these guys are already going, so it's stirred pretty well. But see, with my pen's all the way down there, I'm just going in circles over and over and over, and you see I'm going as wide as I can at the top. I'm not doing right in the middle. I'm trying to get all the way around that circle. And I hope one of them, let's see if we can get one inside out so we can troubleshoot that. Okay, I did it on purpose. You're going to do it by accident. We've got a guy, they look so fucking weird when they're inside out. There's some weird Japanese game, these horror things look just like it's so creepy, isn't it? They look a lot creepier inside out. I don't know why. See, look at him. Some fucking weird creature. Okay. So we need to turn that guy back in. I'm glad this happened. So I got my ceramic tweezers from Fast Tech. These are vape building coils. Doesn't matter if you don't like vape or whatever. Get them. They're $2-3. You don't vape? Well, use them for this. I think this is the perfect tool for grabbing them out of the tank. Okay, so be gentle. Either grab his leg or his hood, his mushroom hood. Like you could grab it there too. Just be gentle. Press it just light enough so you can grab them without wrecking them. Because I did tear off one of their feet earlier, and it kind of sucks. But I'm assuming you can order these, maybe even order different ones, third-party ones. Okay, he's back to normal. Make sure he's clean, no dirt. Now here's the trick: is when you put him in, do it gentle. Because if you don't do it gentle, put him in, well, guess what? He's gonna. See, now when you put them both in the first time, that's what you have to do. Do them a little gentle, very gentle poke head. And with some luck, some trial and error, they'll both catch a bubble, and they'll really come to life. Okay, see how they go. So this is a game of cat and mouse. If you have too much soap, they won't dance up and down. If you have too little. Now, if you have too much soap, like I said, you're going to have to stir. And just when you think you're done stirring in 10, 20 seconds, you might be stirring for 2 minutes. And then you might be stirring again. It's all test. First and foremost, start with the least amount of dish soap possible. I do 2 tiny little squirts, as small as possible. And if you put way too much, 4 or 5 big gulps, big globs of squirts, well, you're going to be stirring till the cows come home, and it might not ever work. So start with the least amount of soap possible. 2 little pea-sized squirts, not even pea-sized, like a very, very small squirts. And then you're going to have to adjust. If they're not dancing, adjust. It's about using your intuition. Do you think you need more soap, a little bit, 1 drop, or do you need to just keep stirring? If you stirred a lot, 3 times, really, really thorough, like we're talking like a minute or 2 stir sessions, and then you probably need more soap. But the cloudiness of the tank's a really good indicator. If they're way cloudier, if the tank's way cloudier than this, like milky, you're pretty much fucked probably. And if it's like almost crystal clear, you need some more soap. And I'm not impressed with this manufacturer. My mom bought me this for Christmas at a local gift store. It's been around since the 80s, probably 90s. And the instructions seem very, very straightforward, except they left out the whole part about stirring and testing, blah, 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 like I'm telling you right now. And come on. All it said was put a drop or 2 or 3, I can't remember, in water, turn on. It won't work. The first time I turned it on, they rose to the top, stayed there with their legs jiggling. I thought, oh, that's kind of cool and creepy, but I knew that's not what it's supposed to do. So I did my research, found it out. And once you do this enough, it'll become like second nature. It'll go quicker the more you do it. And unfortunately, in December and January, I was having to change the water every 5 days, like a pet. And these give you about as much attention as a pet, ironically, or as a fish or, or turtle. But yeah, this is a godsend for this thing. I'm assuming a lot of tweezers would work, but the longer the better. And the fact that these are curved really, really help. In the tank, I paid about $3 for that. I don't know if it's the local vape lady dealer or seller, or the fasttech.com. FASTECH.com, fasttech.com. It's out of Asia. Try and pick the faster shipping option to America or Canada. So you pack it in Canada. Godsend tool if you own one of these fucking things I'm telling you. I mean, you can get creative and find other stuff. I think also, I'm kind of MacGyver stuff. I use whatever I have to get stuff done. Like resourceful. A pen, long one, seems to work good. I think even better would be a long, thicker but long paintbrush, which you could probably get for pretty cheap online or locally. So that's the tools you really need, in my opinion: ceramic tweezers and a pen or paintbrush. That's it. Remember, fill your water. Let's take this cap off. Fill your water, and be careful with this top cap. I've almost lost it so many times because it's translucent. I don't know how much it affects the performance. I mean, if you put this on, it might not matter, but I wouldn't want to lose it, part of it, and I think it maybe helps it. So yeah, just be careful, because if you put this aside long enough, when you're cleaning up, you'll just think it's a piece of plastic from fucking, food item or whatever, and throw it away. Nah, be careful, just watch out for it, and yeah. So just watch it for about 20 seconds. They really have a mind of their own. They seem to notice each other, and sometimes they'll caress and hug and intertwine, and they'll flip off the tank. It's so weird. Like, he'll put his leg on the tank and like do a back flip off. Like, how the fuck do these things do this? When you take them out of the box or out of the tank, they're just like little translucent pieces of mush with pink, like some fucking sushi food or some shit. But yeah, so that's all there is to it, folks. Thanks for watching.